Our friend Dr. Tracy Alloway is back, and today we're talking about the science behind a New Year's resolution and what you could do to keep them. Happy New Year and welcome back to River City Live.
Happy New Year, Mark.
And when you look at some of the stats, most people, they kind of stop their New Year's resolution pretty fast, about a week out or so. What percentage actually keeps theirs?
50% a week after New Year's Day is still sticking with their New Year's resolution. And there's a pretty steep decline. We see only 8% are sticking to that New Year's resolution a month later.
Wow. So what do you think? Are people aiming a little bit too high? Is that part of the problem, or what do you think?
I think they lack that intrinsic motivation. So a key thing with any goal is if you're internally or intrinsically motivated, you're more likely to keep going. But if you're doing it because everyone else is making a resolution, well, then you don't have that internal motivation to stick with it.
That's a really good point. A lot of times it's just because it's a new year, people feel like they have to do something. But if you're not really driven by that with anything in life, well, it's not going to happen. Now, one of the recommendations you have is really go small, which makes a lot of sense because obviously it's more attainable.
Exactly. So let's say your goal for the new year is to get fit or to get healthy. And so you want to do a little bit of cardio or running. So instead of saying, yeah, I want to run 5 miles every day. And if you've never run before, that's a very difficult goal. So by start small, I simply mean put on your running shoes and just tell yourself, you know what, I'm just going to run from here to the end of the block. See how it goes. Maybe 2 blocks by tomorrow and so on. So just set yourself small, achievable, and concrete goals like that.
And I feel like there's something to that because when you do something small and you cross it off the list, you feel good about yourself. And I feel like it's contagious. You're going to keep on going with it. Momentum, if you will.
Exactly. And I think for a lot of people, the converse is true. If that goal is too big, like, oh, I don't have 30 minutes to run today, you're just not going to run. So it's really important just to say, I have 5 minutes. I'm just going to do a quick dash and come back in.
All right. Now explain this part. Say if, then. What does that mean?
Yeah, so one of the big reasons why our goals don't materialize or we don't stick with it is because we don't plan for failure. It's what psychologists sometimes call blind optimism. We're so optimistic that we're going to make it happen, we fail to prepare. So the if then comes in when you say, if it rains tomorrow, how am I going to stick with my fitness goal or my health goal here? What are you doing to prepare for that possibility of failure?
That's interesting. I think another part of that, I mean, with all of us, we're all human, you start to figure out your ways out of it. So let's say you don't want to go for that run and it's raining out. You're like, it's raining out. I'm not going to go. Or, you know what I mean? When it starts getting tough, I would imagine about a month into all these things, you try to figure out a way out. It's probably human nature, right?
Exactly, exactly.
All right, and then, so the other, I guess the top tip with all of this is make a list. So break that down.
Yeah, so this is my favorite tip actually, Mark, because this has been found in over 100 psychological studies where simply making a list by saying what you're going to do and how you're going to do that can make a world of difference in you actually sticking with your goal.
You know, that's one of the things, obviously it's good for New Year's resolutions, but I think in everything in life, really. You know what I mean? It's like just like having a way to do it.
Absolutely. It's what I like to tell my clients in therapy too, and it's called this implementation intention. You're saying, I'm going to do it, and I'm also going to say how I'm going to do it.
Reverse engineering it. That's so important. Tracy, if people want to learn more about you, where can they go?
My website, tracyalloway.com. Lots of great resources, links to my books, and clips from our video here together on River City Live.
Personal question, do you have a New Year's resolution?
Find out in a month from now.
I love it. Same here. Thank you.